Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. Give me just a second. Um, yeah. So I wanted to say that we're going to talk about changes again. What time? 12:13 p.m. Pacific in Washington State. It was 12:13 when I did this, and it was 12:09 when I did this show. So I'm just writing down what I need to talk to or talk about. And what I wanted to talk about is something that's near and dear to my heart. Having writer's block while I'm moving has shown me a lot. Has shown me a lot. Having writer's block while I'm moving has shown me a lot. Like, for instance, I'm able to grow and I'm able to remain optimistic and to look around, between 12:13 and between 12:09 and 12:13, something changed. I submitted it and then I seen, what has happened, but I'm not going to talk about it or give it energy. Some people are like puppies waiting for energy to be given in exchange, but I'm not going to exchange that. I made it very clear. You can harass me all you want, but I guarantee you, mark my words, I'm going to have the upper hand in this. And you're going to have to give me money, however much. I don't care if it's $1. If you guys know where we are in the present, but if we can manipulate, if you guys do know we are in the present, we are in the present. But if we can manipulate the future with putting things in place like a Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, then we can create our own futures. What's in the future for you between 12:09, 12:13, and 12:15 is that I'm suing you guys. That's your future for doing that and pulling that move. I just want to make it very clear. My future exists with the realm of the government. My future exists with the realm of the government. I am sitting up there doing what I can for the government, and I've been caused pain and distress. I'm attached and okay about that to the government. No matter how I try to get out of calling police and FBI, it always happens. Some leads are not cool leads. But I will say this to the people that I hurt yesterday by saying that. Like, sometimes I make mistakes. And these are one of the mistakes. I assumed that somebody was doing something suspicious based on how suspicious the Democrats have been to me while here. So I assumed something last night and I was wrong today. But I clarified it. You can never be too wrong. I'd rather be wrong and right than wrong and wrong. So if I knew it all, I would be a millionaire. But just to settle for known right now, I'm okay. My mind is like software. It gets better over time. I'm going to create a drug, not a judge, but a drug that makes no emotion. Some people can hide emotion, but trigger with keywords. You'll sit up there and you'll start telling them and being stern with them, and their true feelings will come out. But my mind is like software, it can get better over time. And I try to do something different every day, even if it's one little minor alteration, so I can change my future. I am, and I believe I am destined to do something for my 84 babies that are all racist. I want to do something that's different for 84 babies that are all races. I I would like to also add, I got the text messages relating you and connecting you to everything I do, which the only people that know what I do is the nosy people that surround me every day and the landlord. So I have records of the text messages I've been get that relates to connects you to the rental office. Everything I do, you text me. So either it's someone in your building watching me right now, or it's you guys. So keep texting me saying this is sad. You have no connection. That's fine. But if the FBI or the police are looking at the records of where that number is coming from, which every time you text, I send it to the police, then they can trace it. This is getting sad. We could kiss you, Kimberly. I don't want to kiss. I don't want nothing from you. If you're watching, you're causing me pain and distress, and I need money from it, and I want money from it because y'all done took it way too far. I am destined to do something for my 84 babies that are all races. You point out your own picture. I see you succeeding, but internally, how do you feel? You paint your own picture. I put you, I, you, you as in you, paint your own picture. I see you all succeeding, but internally, how do you feel? Successful is self actualization. Successfulness should have been is actually success. Being successful is actually self actualization, and sometimes even doctors do not get there at the self actualization plateau. It takes a lot of factors like, are you sick? If you're sick, how can you be successful? Are you working? If you work, how can you be successful? By working and managing your job titles if it's multiple jobs that you're working. And if you are multiple job title type person, do or just singular, do you love your job? How do you feel about your job? Do you are you overworking? Do you love your job? Do you want to tap out of your career? How do you want to tap out? Do you want to tap out when you have money? Do you want to tap out before you get money and get a new job? How do you want to do that? How would you like to grow? How would you like to gain money in your life? How does gaining money in your life affect how you live and what you can accomplish while doing it? You know, how do you seriously, how do you affect like how do you feel like you want to tap like do you want to tap out of your career? You know, that is a serious question. You know, a lot of people fear the unknown and don't want to tap out of their career. They sit up there and they work at the same job for like decades, but they loathe and they crave more. You know, how do you feel about life? You know, like, and do you want to tap out of your career? And how do you feel about life? When I mean that, when I say what I mean is that, how would you feel life? How would you grade your life? How would you grade your life? If you had to grade it, and what are the things you have to put in your journaling, which is very helpful, that will help you become a better copy of yourself every day? Are you smoking and living unhealthy? You know, your brain health, try something new. Your brain health is the most important, and then your gut health, or it's your gut and brain, brain, gut, heart, or brain, gut, heart, brain, gut, brain, heart. However, how are you living? Are you smoking or living unhealthy? What is your business plan? What is your business plan? Do you even have a business plan? Like, what is the business plan that you have? Like, if you don't have one, why don't you have one? What is your, like, all of these factors show if you need to reevaluate your life. Are you growing or stuck? Are you growing or are you stuck? That is a question for me. Am I growing? I feel stuck, but I've made some power play moves that could generate something more in my pocket with or without anyone's help. It's also deterrent to Donald Trump and or the government. How is your personality? I think I have a lovely personality until I have to jump in like double dutch to juggle the negative energy that surrounds me, and I have to juggle that. And sometimes the rope slips and trips on my ankle, but then all I do is turn around to the person behind me and say, let's start over. Or the person in front of me with the rope and say, let's start over. Is it you or the consumer? Is it you or the consumer? I feel like, with my situation, you know, um, it is, I'll take ownership that I only speak the truth of what I know. But if I knew it all, I would be a millionaire. So obviously, I don't know everything, or somebody has blacklisted me. I don't know. But how I would like to say, what I would like to say is that it's sometimes me. People view me daily on a daily basis. I watch my statistics. But I can't help what I'm going through in my life that has something to do with either women or illegal immigrants. You think based on me being a Trump supporter and a Republican that I'm not being targeted already? I'm in a Democrat city. Some people don't, a lot of people here don't like Trump. A lot. If I had to guess between a lot and more than a lot and beyond a lot, I would say beyond a lot of people here don't like Trump. They have protests every day, almost thousands of them. So it's me 50-50. I blame the consumer and I blame me because the consumer doesn't want to engage based on my truth I'm telling or my partial truth I'm telling with my life story. I cannot help what's going on. 50% is me because I tell my truth, and sometimes I mix my documentaries with my real life with interviewing. So you don't know what you're seeing right now. How would you like to gain money in your life? I would like to gain money in my life gradually. I don't want it to just be a big wham bam, thank you, ma'am. If I could hit the lottery, I wouldn't want the lottery, and I'm glad that sometimes most of the time I lose because you know, I would be very mature, but having money all at once is not a good thing when you haven't had money at all practically in the past. So it's best to let money grow gradually. So more responsibility. I forgot that saying, that Spider-Man saying. With more something comes more responsibility. With more power comes with more responsibility. I wish to gain more, yes, more knowledge so I can one day work beside or behind great, powerful men and women. I hope that one day or out there, they will put their guards down, their vulnerabilities down to see if, or see that I may look like a threat, but I'm not a threat. I've been, this is me. This is what you get. You're not getting someone who is portraying one thing on camera and doing another thing on camera. I am me. That's why I do my documentaries. I'm just like um Al Pacino. I may talk junk, but I don't cross you. I don't cross you. I never cross you until you cross me and you try to sabotage my life for your own pleasurable purposes. And then I'm your threat. No, I'm not your competition. I am a threat to you if you're a threat to me. Period. I am a threat to you if you are a threat to me. And you know who you are out there that are a threat to me. And I'm working tirelessly every day to come lock people up, like the people that are out there that are threats to me. I hope to solve a problem that one day Elon Musk may need to help with Donald Trump. I know he was mad when I said that. Big tech team. I promise I only want to help. Like big tech team. Let me try to change that. I put bug tech team. The only thing I messed up on. And you know why I'm okay with messing up on things? Is because that shows growth. That shows no growth, but it shows growth as in I'm not getting Grok to help me with everything. That shows my signature. Excuse me for a second. Hold on, y'all. I got to get a battery. Full charge. I did not come prepared. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And so, hold on. One day, there are many problems that AI can solve. There are, hold on. Okay. There are many problems that AI can solve. There are some answers that AI is, when AI, as AI dominates a part of the universe, there are still some unanswered questions that even possibly AI have to really dig down deep logically and solve on based on the knowledge of how much it then dominated the universe and what it knows about the universe. We know NASA knows about the universe in a way where we know that the universe consists of gases and different exotic elements and different things, planets, with Goldilocks effects and everything. What we don't know is certain, from what TV tells us, we don't know who created the Big Bang. We don't know who created something so simplistic, such as stars, suns, dwarf planets, white holes, black holes, you know, um, the radiation out there, the temperature out there. If I had to describe it, all the elements are some things are to the unknown. There are some things that maybe Elon don't know, or maybe Donald Trump don't know, or maybe even AI don't know, that I can collaborate with AI, or Donald Trump and his administration and his big tech team, or Elon Musk, they collaborate with, this system, you know, to advance their knowledge, and that's what it's about, to save humanity. It's not about who has the next Jordans. It's about who, is doing what to save humanity. It's beyond clothes. It's beyond everything. It's about who is smart enough to save humanity. Who, what, when, or where. What is smart enough? And this is classification of statistics and hypothesis. Who, what, when, and where. How can we change society for the universe? Obviously, our planet has been curious for thousands of years about the universe. That's why they name schools universities, because we're curious about, we gain knowledge on one subject for 4 years, a variety of subjects, but one major for 4 years. And we're not allowed to learn but one strict major. And imagine if we can learn multiple, things at once in the university. The universities one day will become obsolete. I hate to say it, you guys, because we are teaching ourselves. And one day we will have whatever information we seek or desire. You have to bid or pay to have it into your memory so you can be smart, instead of all that vigorous studying, which helps, repetition, what we do with our eyes. Now it's going to be, in the future, some major, you pay to go to school, and some major being zapped into your brain at a certain small increment of time, that in short lived, versus a 16-week, it'll probably be a week of treatments at a university, some type of technology, whether pill form or laser or some type of beaming type creation, that you sit down or take a pill or ingest or take a shot is the easiest, or some type of cranial thing that goes in your brain, very small and sleek, and it places a whole semester of items in your brain. And so you become knowledgeable, and you don't need all that traditional 16-week. You paid for your school, literally. That is what the future is. No one is going to have time to want to sit in a class for 16 weeks. Or it's going to be the university giving out that type of material. They already have hybrid. They have online, hybrid, at home. Then that fourth one will be what I say. What if you don't have the time, but you need information? The problem is the time. So if we can short circuit something like this being cut and bended through knowledge, instantaneous knowledge, instantaneous. How would you feel if your knowledge was given to you instantaneously? You still work. It makes you even smarter. You still work, but you're more knowledgeable. You've cut 4 years of college down. Like, you can pay for 4 years of college. You can pay for a year of college. You can pay for 2 years of college, a junior certificate, or you can pay for 3 years of college, 4 years of college, just zapped into your memory. So you can have that. And you can, and they know that it's in your brain. You're like a machine, it's in your brain. You know it. And that's what I want to do. And that's why I hashtag Microsoft. That's why I hashtag Elon Musk. That's why I hashtag so many people, because I want them to know what I'm capable of. Yet I want them to know what's being done to me to cause me to act a certain way. I want you to know that it's out of my control, except I control my behavior, but it's out of my control how certain people perform around me. Once you are in my bubble, I know you know me. And you make it very obvious that you're in my bubble. Certain people that are here. That's a good invention. Another invention, let me write this down. I've said this before. Another great invention would be to, you know, YouTube selling. Once this hot item come out where they zapping your brain for like $10 here for a little bit of information, and you know the information, you can recite the information, you see the information as if you study the information, you know, everybody is going to be doing it. Everybody. And so I'll close here. Think about that for a second. How would that help shape us? How would it help shape America? We're so busy, I cut off my nails, but we're so busy with our nails, our hair, our clothes, that we don't see the universe, the big picture of the universe. There's this universe we need to figure out and educate ourselves about this universe a little bit more in the next universe we go to. Elon Musk has a plan. If he's going to places like Mars, and taking us to Mars, he is building civilization on another planet. Whoever messed up the planet Mars in the beginning, he's recovering from that. They found life, and there's secrecy of possible secret bases already on Mars. So it's no way the government isn't on Mars, but in their solar system, think about it. Whatever's in their solar system is fair game. So, you know, um, think about what the next move is. Think about the next move. Where are we going from Mars, Elon? Is our planet a type 1 civilization now? Where are we going? Let's say we get to Mars in 2028 or 20 by 2030. 1,000 years pass. 2031 30. Where are we going to be then? No, too far. 50 years from 2030, 2070. Where I will be obsolete. Where will we be? Where are we headed next? Where What planet is habitable? We have the moon, we have Mars, we know somebody's on the moon, we know someone could possibly be on Mars. But where next? What is the nearest solar system near our planet that we are going to next? We've been saying Mars for years now. Even before, it's funny, people were saying Mars all the time. For years, we've been saying Mars. And Elon Musk picked up that stone. And so I'm I'm happy that I'm a part of this. I'm happy to be a part of this. I'm happy to be a symbolism of contribution to educate the people about what is really out there for us. The possibilities are endless. I may not be a millionaire, and I'm okay with that. I want to be one day, but I don't want it right away. I want it to gradually, I want to earn it. Some people don't earn but they earn keeping it. Either I'm earning it or I'm earning keeping it, or both. Some people are born into it but earn to keep it. Some people keep it, earn it and keep it, and keeping at it, earning it. That's my classification of where I want to be. So, in closing, I wanted to say I'll be back on here later. The days are dragging by so very slowly. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, Vicky, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Vicky, like really slow, like super duper slow. And I be like, what is going on? I know I'm talking off, this is not scripted, but dang, man, I'm trying to leave, man. I just want um to leave in a respectful and hold my head up high and leave in a respectful but teach a lesson manner. That's what I'm talking about. I want to be respectful, but teach a lesson. And if you don't learn a lesson, it's going to happen to you again. And it's going to happen to you again. I hope you know that. It's going to happen again. And you're either going to make the right decision next time, or you're going to continue to be in that bubble, in that cycle where you're making the wrong decisions.